Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to hashtag Teen Talk Tuesday, which is now becoming hashtag Triple P Teen Tip Tuesday for the next 10 weeks. I'm Penny, and then this is Amanda, and today we're going to talk about tip number 1. So, tip number 1 of the Triple P Top 10 Tips for Teens is to set a good example. So, when you think about what that means, to me that means modeling. It means the idea of being what you'd like to see, which can be a struggle on lots of days when you're parenting, especially teens and tweens. The idea being that when they can see you doing those things you want them to do, so good communication skills, good social skills, so they see you, being kind to a neighbor, they see you being respectful to them, listening to them, giving them a chance to speak, and they see you sharing. I mean, it's really not any different than when they were toddlers, when they learned from you. This is an opportunity for them to learn in that same way, but the more advanced skills of how to be a human in the world. Yeah, so really think about what you're doing and what you're saying, and how you say it, and try to remind yourself on a regular basis that they're even though they might not act like they're still think what you do and say is important, it's all sinking in with them. And like I just said, these are the more complex skills. So these are the ones you really want them to be able to master. So regulation skills, that's another good one. So they need to see you dealing with your anger. So as opposed to thinking that as an adult, you're never going to lose your cool, because you will, you're human. Think about if it does happen, what do you do about that? How do you repair? Do you go back and apologize? Do you, tell them how you might do it differently next time, show them those problem-solving skills, or regulate right in the moment. You know what? I need a break. I can't talk about this right now. I feel myself starting to get angry and frustrated, and I don't want to say something that I'll regret, so I'm going to take 5 minutes and we'll come back and talk about this later. So let's face it, in a day there's billions of opportunities to practice these things that you'd like your teens to learn. Yeah. So, and being independent, showing them how to do things, getting them to help out, you help them out, showing them how to be helpful. Yeah. What do you have to add, Amanda?
Just something that you're going to hear consistently through our tips for teens is that calm and kind of directed approach as a parent. And we all know that, like Penny said, we lose our cool. And sometimes we just need to be like, whoa, like slow down. I need to slow my roll. You need to slow yours. Let's take 5. We talk lots about in other programs, but brain development, and our kids' prefrontal cortex isn't fully developed, so they have a hard time thinking for themselves, making those decisions, judgment calls, and whatnot. And so as parents, if we're their prefrontal cortex, then we need to be helping them through it and actually like explaining that to them, right? You don't have all the skills yet, and that's okay, because as a parent, it's my job to teach you and guide you and show you. So yeah, great tips to set a good example and be a great role model as a parent to our kids.
Yeah, I love the term benevolent leader, because it kind of encapsulates a lot of what Triple P talks about, which is your children need you to lead. They feel safe when they know you're in charge, and they need your understanding and your compassion. And you need to offer those things to yourself, and then offer them when you can. And when you can't, that's also a good opportunity to learn how to repair a relationship. So that's tip number 1, set a good example. And again, we will be rolling out the next tip number 2 next week on Tuesday at 1, and subsequent ones for the next 10 weeks. If you would like more information about what FCSS has to offer in your community, please visit our website at www.fcss.ca, and hopefully we'll catch you next week. Thank you.
Bye for now.